Today we had our last show, which was good. We started off a meeting at the Dolphin Centre late in the afternoon, and our tutor got us sitting in the restaurant area, which is lovely. We had lovely feedback from the management from the Dolphin Centre saying how professional the whole group were and how pleasant that we were, and it was very nice to have us there, which was absolutely wonderful. Wasn't expecting that, and made me very proud as I'm the oldest in the group by many years. It's just wonderful that everybody acted so professionally, and it was nice. Matty gave us some feedback today for me, for my particular part in one of the monologues where I introduced George. It needed to be more dramatic. He said I could play with this piece, and give it my own twist, which I was quite chuffed at. I'll introduce George in a minute. It gave me something to get my teeth into. We had to fill out some of our coursework, which was for feedback on how we thought our performances were, and we had our peers in the group to have an in-depth look into the way the show went and how we were going to, I'm trying to find the right word, productive criticism, because if we find where our problems are, how we can make them better and learn from them, from our feedback, and go forward is a good thing. It is. So anyway, my feedback off Matty again was about George, how I need to emphasise it more. After we'd had the group discussion and we filled in our feedback forms, we then went up to the hall where the production was being put on. We were doing vocal warm-ups to make sure all our voices were warmed up nice and smooth. Also last minute making sure that all our costumes were ready, everybody had done toilet duties, etc., and we were ready to go. And then at 7 o'clock we started the show again. It went alright. I think it flowed quite well. I have one problem with one of the pieces where I couldn't get my arm on. I couldn't get my coat on with my arm, and because I couldn't get to my specific place where I had to go on stage in time, I thought it was more professional to actually stay out to the chorus line than to enter late. It was my decision, and professionally that's the way I think I would have done it if I was on a Broadway production or the West End. It's better to stay off stage than nobody knows that you've missed a cue bar for yourself and the chorus and production team obviously, but the audience doesn't, which is how it should be. There was another just slight problem with the one song of Unwritten. When the blackout is on, the mics are put on stage, and it ended up that the mic was overbalanced and it fell off. The stand tipped. Now, personally, myself, I would have left it there, and one of the performers, when we got on, would have picked it up and would have stood with it until the rest of the group were on stage ready to perform. But the production team, thinking that they were right, and one young gentleman went onto the stage and picked up the mic and set it straight. Again, they were doing what they thought was right. There is no right or wrongs, it's my own personal opinion. Unwritten itself went very, very well. There was no faults, their voices were projected. Until we got through to the half-point mark, our tutor came back then, Matty, and he said that where we'd been so confident when we got on stage to begin with, it proved that nerves are better than full confidence, because when you've got nerves and excitement, you give it all, whereas we were maybe a little bit too flat on the first half. The second half was a bit different. Everybody was pumped up with adrenaline and determined now they weren't going to spoil the show and make it, performance perfect. I came to my bit, my monologue, and this is what makes me smile. This is where I had my crowning glory for my whole minute and a bit. Was my one particular piece was, I had to say, I am normal. We were talking about, I was talking about thalidomide in my piece, where I said I was born a drama queen by making my grand entrance into the world, to which I wasn't the norm. My second piece was, thalidomide was a cruel drug given to pregnant women for morning sickness, and as a result, the babies were born without limbs. To me, I am normal. And the bit where George come into it is, well, as I was saying, I am normal, but I come with a twist. I got my arm and I was stretching my fingers, and I turned. I said, I'm better than Action Man. I come with detachable bits. Inspector Gadget has nothing on me. My other half, he's called George. He's the silent type that doesn't answer back, but he's my perfect partner in crime. I thoroughly enjoyed that bit because I could actually extend George by pulling him off really hard. And it was great. I think my favourite piece in the show was Proud. I sang with, is it Mackenzie? My solo bit. And that was good. At the end of production, end of the show, we had some lovely feedback. Matty said to us, how proud we'd gone really well. And I was proud of everyone, including myself. We have been told what our next production is, but because we're going on YouTube, I can't tell you. But our pantomime's going to be good. Let's put it this way. I'm hoping to audition for The Wicked Stepmother. Yeah, all in all, it was very, very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every aspect of the show. I've learnt a lot of disciplines, and overall, absolutely wonderful experience. And working with the rest of the group with productions, the production side of the performing arts, absolutely amazing. I learnt a load off them. They were very kind to me, helped me get off stage, and like I said, our tutors Tim and Matty were fabulous as well.